Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. and I'm encouraged tonight as we head into Thanksgiving week by just the staggering incompetence being displayed by the Trump administration over these 10 months. I made a few videos back early when he was trying to assemble his cabinet and they were going through appointments and there was discussion about just waiving the confirmation process altogether by the Republican Senate. That the one hope we could have from all of this is just the sheer level of people, just the intellectual horsepower, the lack thereof, of the people he was looking at appointing. Surely he couldn't take someone like a Pam Bondi, right, or a Pete Hegseth, like a laughing stock of his Fox cohort, the guy with the drinking problem. That, like, this is going to be the Secretary of Defense. There's no way, right? There's no way, and there is a way, and it just it was laughable at the time, because we had sure they could do a lot of damage. They could single-handedly wreck the country and the world, and they're doing their damnedest to do that. But also, you need to operate in the world. You need effective people to carry out your ruthless, ridiculous plans. If you're going to take over the world or take over the country, you got to have some competence at some levels. And he didn't appear to be assembling a team that had any such competence. And here we are 10 months later. The cases were dismissed against Comey and James today. It looked like, when it was, I just can't, when it was pointed out last week that the indictment was not actually read to the entire grand jury, the indictments, that was just jaw-dropping by the judge. But in the end, the judge dismisses the case because Halligan herself wasn't even legally appointed, which everybody was pointing out all along. They only did this because they were running up against a statute of limitations, and none of these career prosecutors would bring the charges, would file the charges, would bring the indictment, because there's literally nothing there. So Trump had to get this person with no prosecutorial experience whatsoever just to file the charges, just to bring an indictment to the grand jury. And this person had basically the judge here. What the judge said in the order was Halligan's appointment was illegal. And this is the judge's filing. Because Ms. Halligan had no, this is a direct quote, because Ms. Halligan had no lawful authority to present the indictment, I will grant Mr. Comey's motion and dismiss the indictment, Curry wrote, in finding that Halligan lacked the authority to present a case to a grand jury. Quote, all actions flowing from Ms. Halligan's defective appointment, including securing and signing Mr. Comey's indictment, were unlawful exercises of executive power, where we heard that before, and are hereby set aside, the judge wrote, describing the insurance lawyer as, quote, a former White House aide with no prior prosecutorial experience. She issued a separate, similar ruling dismissing the James case. Further, quote, this case presents the unique, if not unprecedented, situation where an unconstitutionally appointed prosecutor, exercising power she did not lawfully possess, acted alone in conducting a grand jury proceeding and securing an indictment. That's that. Okay. Look at what's happening in Ukraine. Marco Rubio kind of tells informally a group of senators, hey, these are just Kremlin. This is a Kremlin wish list, and we're going to use this as a basis for starting these talks here in Geneva. And because everybody knew it was like, who wrote this? Putin himself. This is coming straight from the Kremlin, right? And Rubio said this is a Kremlin wish list that we're going to talk through and work through. But he immediately had to backtrack and say, "Oh no, that's not what I said. I never said that," because this is what Trump wanted to use as the actual peace plan. Right? It's not a peace plan. It's just a ceasefire, so Putin can reload his weapons and his troops. So these talks are going nowhere. We all knew this. We all know this now. They're going nowhere. Unlike Trump, see, here's the thing. Trump's trying to take on the entire world. And he's got smart people all over the world arrayed against him. He's got, like, you can pick any country. Pick Canada. Pick France. Pick Finland, Germany, just any of them, the Netherlands, all of these people are combining against Trump because he picked the fight against the entire world except for Putin. And the entire world has some pretty smart people, and unlike the United States under Donald Trump, they choose their smart people to get work done on behalf of the nation. And Donald Trump isn't doing that. He is only employing people who will do his dirty work, only employing people that he has dirt on, only employing people that have agreed ahead of time to do whatever he asks, no matter what, no matter the legality, no matter the rationality, no matter the destructiveness to the United States and the world. You're not going to get really qualified people when those are your prerequisites. And that's what Trump is dealing with. And so when you are going up against all-stars from all over the world, you're going to get your backside handed to you, and that's what's been happening. And it's all coming to a head now at the end of this year. So you've got that with Ukraine. You've got trade deals which are imploding. They're driving the costs up everywhere across the United States. Gas, food, pharmaceuticals, it's just everything. The cost of consumer goods, cost of industrial goods. Every single thing is costing a lot more because of his tariffs. You've got the China negotiations ongoing, which China still hasn't. They've said, okay, we'll buy some more soybeans for you, but they're not they're just not. They're not ordering them right now, and they still haven't agreed to any terms yet. So they're getting killed by China. Trump always gets killed by China. A lot of people get killed by China, but Trump is especially good at it, and he is this time around as well. Another thing he was getting killed on was all of the ICE operations. All he's doing is inciting everyone to figure out how to resist, how to get smarter, how to evolve, how to, the No Kings rallies also, the hands off stuff in Chicago, all of this, like, everybody's getting smarter in these battles that Trump keeps fighting and picking and starting, except for him and his people. They're not they're not figuring anything out. They're not getting smarter about it. They're not becoming more effective at it. They're just falling further and further behind. So remember Trump's strategy to just overwhelm everyone all the time, everywhere, with just, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, nobody will be able to keep up with all the chaos everywhere. But it's looking like it's turning out Trump is the one who can't keep up with the chaos. He does have a few smart people working for him, but they can't fight all of these battles against all of these really smart people all over the world. They're not up to the task, and we're seeing Trump implode in every corner now, and it's kind of amazing. I thought this could happen. Conceptually, it would be something you would expect to see when you're appointing all of these incompetent people everywhere, and people are walking on the job rather than obeying your illegal orders, your immoral orders. You would expect that this could happen, but to actually see it happening in real time on every front it's staggering, but it's energizing, and I'm loving it. and hopefully you all are too. Man, I'm just really excited. I wanted to put out a video tonight. Hopefully you are excited too. Okay, that's it for tonight. Like and subscribe if you are so inclined. It helps. I was a skeptic for a little over a year from starting this channel last August, and it does help. I see the numbers go up for videos, and from specific videos where I'm asking people to subscribe if they would. It does help, so I appreciate it. I think what helps more than that is commenting and having discussions there, whether it's something you know or something you're wondering about, something that's just on your mind. Drop it in the comments. I read it, other people read it. It's helpful and it is appreciated. That's all for tonight, and we'll talk to you all later.